Round 2. The alarm got us last time.
Hello! Welcome to Herding Little Cows to the Glory of God. So our medicine alarm just went off on the phone because Josiah is on medicine he has to take every night to help with the seizures. Not really sure if it's helping with the seizures, but we don't want to miss it and have him have more seizures. So we were doing a video, the medicine alarm went off. So what I was saying is today's been kind of yucky outside, either a big chance of rain or raining all day long. So we haven't been out. Today we did school this morning. We did Bible time as a family. We do Bible time. You want to come sit? Okay, so Josiah is still dealing with his black eye from Monday. He took a hard fall in the driveway. Yeah. Can you close your eye so they can see?
He had a nice seizure and a bad fall.
But we're having a good day. We're having a good day today. He just still looks awful. Every time he looks, what do you say when you look in the mirror?
So whenever I look in the mirror, I say, "Ooh, that looks terrible."
At least you got a good sense of humor.
Kids are pretty funny. Oh, I gotta say another funny. So as a family, we choose to be very modest. And so whenever I'm changing diapers, I usually go into a different room to do that. But we don't always have that opportunity. So if I'm changing a diaper, I just tell everyone, hey, I'm changing a diaper, turn away. Well, tonight I was in getting Malachi ready for bed in his room with the door closed, just me and him. And he laid down and he goes, changing a diaper, look away. Because he's pretty funny. So anyway, so we get up in the morning and I have chore lists for each of the kids. This is a newer thing now that we're home from our trip to make sure everyone's getting stuff done. But it's just got the basics, you know, make your bed, get dressed, brush your teeth, set up the crawling pads is on one person's, collecting laundry is on one person's, getting all the small trash cans and taking them to the big trash can. All those chores get done before breakfast. We're not really stringent that they have to get them done or they don't get breakfast. I know some families do that, yes?
And I have to crawl, like army crawl, each day.
Yes, you have to do some of your therapies before breakfast. But anyway, while breakfast is being made by Naomi, our breakfast cook over there.
Hello, breakfast cook. Sorry, you were in the way. Your head is... No, stand right there. We'll put you...
Oh,
angel. Not really.
Okay, so anyway, while
Naomi
Naomi makes breakfast every morning, the little kids are working on chores and I'm running around trying to make sure that they're getting the chores done. Then after breakfast, we do a little bit more chores. Sorry, Virginia's making faces at her little brother. And I'm seeing it out of the corner of my eye. So I get the rest of the chores done with the little kids and we do school directly after breakfast. The older girls have a chance to get some schoolwork done on their own. Virginia is not in school anymore, so she gets to work on projects she's trying to get done.
Slave labor.
I meant her own projects. I didn't mean slave labor.
Oh.
Virginia's working on a project that I'm not allowed to tell.
Can we say another book?
She's working on a new book.
She's writing another book.
And she's working on a craft project for the Thomaston Police Department. What else are you working on? Oh, she's working on garden plans. She potted a couple things the other day. She's got a whole list of things. Oh yeah, talking to missionaries and then also writing to encourage other Christians. Naomi is working on school because Naomi's still in school. But her favorite part of school is practicing guitar. She really likes practicing guitar and she's practicing a special song for a friend right now. And that's all I was going to say. I'm not going to say what it is. We'll see if it comes to fruition. This guy's working on laughing. He's really good at it. He practices a lot.
You laughing?
I have to tell you about something. What do I have to tell him about?
Yeah.
Oh, Abigail's eye. Abigail's eye is much better. She ran into the bus a week and a half ago. While riding bikes, there was a collision and she tore up her eye, but it looks really good now. Okay, so I helped him get chores done.
We're never gonna get through this, people.
Then at 9:30, we all gather in the living room for Bible. So everybody spreads out with their Bibles. This guy doesn't talk yet, so he doesn't get a chance, but Malachi repeats one verse after me. Uriah repeats 2 verses after me. Abigail knows how to read really well, so she reads her 2 verses. Josiah reads pretty well, and so he reads his 2 verses with a little help. I mean, everybody needs help once in a while reading Bible because you get to those names. I need help on those names sometimes. So Abigail reads 2, Josiah reads 2. All the big people read 4. And we read through an entire section. Usually it's an entire chapter of Bible, but we're doing a new Bible study this year. So today for Bible, we read Acts 4. And we were talking about how they had been arrested because people were greatly annoyed with them. But they said, oh, we can't do anything to you because too many people got saved and they'd be mad if we did something. So we're going to have to let you go. And then the disciples went and prayed for boldness to continue preaching the gospel. Even though they had been threatened with their lives, they were still praying to be bold in their witness. And so it just reminded us of praying for persecuted Christians around the world, people that actually are getting threatened for being out on the street. And we actually have friends here in Maine that were threatened for being out on the street last week in front of an abortion mill. We also know other people who have been threatened, but we also know a lot of Christians. This is a serious topic, but the baby laughing on my lap is not helping.
So serious.
But we also know a lot of Christians who aren't willing to go out on the street or just talk openly about their faith because they worry that someone might get upset at them. And we need to be bold. We need to tell people why we believe Jesus. All the things that are promised in the Bible, the things that God says who He is the Creator, He is the one to save us from sin, that Jesus died for our sin, died, was buried, and raised again on the third day, and that we have a home in heaven if we believe the things that God has said. And if you believe those things, you're going to follow His commandments. That's what you do when you love somebody. You follow their commandments. It's not out of a way of getting into heaven. It's not because of works that we need to do to get there. It's because Jesus has already paid all this, the cost for us to go to heaven, and we are following His lead, following the commandments. So one of those commandments is to go make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And so we need to be out doing that. And maybe that is within your home for your children. Maybe that is out in your neighborhood. Maybe that's out on a street corner. Maybe that's in front of the abortion mill. Maybe that is moving your family to another country. I don't know what that is for you, but we all, as Christians, are to be doing that. We are witnesses of saving faith, and we have something to tell people, and we need to be out telling it. You can't preach the gospel by doing. You have to actually use words. I read a quote today, and it said something about you can't just preach the gospel by living it in the same way that you can't feed hungry people without food. You actually have to do something. So go out and tell other people. Think of somebody that you can tell the gospel to. Think of somebody that you can go out and be a witness to. He's been sucking on that and it's wet. So that was our Bible time today. Then we had lunch. People probably hold on. I will tell about that in a minute. We'll tell about our meals first. So this morning we had eggs and vegetables for breakfast, along with some strawberries after breakfast. Mostly eggs and vegetables for breakfast. Strawberries after breakfast. For lunch, we had food. We had burgers and salad. And then for a snack, Virginia made us chocolate cake. I told you guys we're on a diet, but Virginia made us a chocolate cake, and she made Josiah his own cake that followed all his rules. Josiah, how was your cake today?
Really good.
And then for supper, we made soup that was very green and white. It had spinach and cabbage and celery and onions, cauliflower and mushrooms in chicken broth. And I had cooked some chicken and picked the chicken to put in the soup. And then Malachi very helpfully poured all the picked chicken back into the pot of bones. So I picked out the chicken as best I could to get out what I needed to follow the diet. There may have still been chicken in the pot, but I ended up going and making the stock anyway. So then after lunch, I took a nap because Malachi was sick yesterday, and he's much better today with medicine that he's on. But for some reason, he did not sleep last night. He kept waking up screaming. Mark and I were both awake with him. But then also my foot hurt for some reason. It was really hard for me to get back to sleep.
Didn't
So
you trip on something?
yeah, but it was my
Somebody
other
body
foot
line?
yesterday.
Oh, other foot.
I tripped on something and hurt my other foot yesterday, but it was the other foot that hurt last night. So I don't know, but I was having a hard time sleeping. So Mark let me take a nap today, which I was then going to get up partway through nap. This guy started crying and I was going to get up, but Malachi woke up and crawled on top of me and fell back asleep. So I laid down for a little bit longer. And then because of the rainy, yucky day, we played some games. We played Candyland, and we have a Noah's Ark game that you're trying to get the animals on the ark before the flood hits. We won one time, and then we lost the second time. What else did we do? Oh, we watched, Samuel's going to show you what we did.
Stilhl Timber Sports.
If you know what he was doing it, but it kind of looks like he was jump roping and playing baseball at the same time.
Isn't it jumping rope?
Jumping rope, jump roping. I'll make up new words on my channel. I can do whatever I want.
Springboarding, come on.
So, we like Stilhl Timber Sports. We don't watch a whole lot of sports as a family because just all the competition and people doing this and like devoting their lives to something that isn't
Inappropriately dressed.
usually inappropriately dressed, devoting their lives to something other than God, where they don't spend time talking about God, and sometimes even trying to sabotage the other team. So, we don't like any of that stuff. But Stilhl Timber Sports, Mark was in a lumberjack. What was it called? A show. Exhibition Timber Sports. So like people came and saw like people cutting trees and stuff
Go
like
see
that.
Tina at the Great Maine Lumberjack Show until
In Ellsworth.
I said her.
Yes. So Mark used to do that in Ellsworth. But now we just enjoy watching the show once in a while. We don't watch it very often, but Samuel had mentioned it yesterday, and then with the rain today we watched. And that was fun. We all enjoyed that as a family, so now they're all pretending to axe away.
The only thing they don't have in the show though is axe throwing. That's the most fun part.
And tree climbing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And log
Don't
rolling.
forget.
Log rolling's really
They
fun.
don't in this competition.
Right.
Other ones they still do.
Right. So anyway, we enjoyed watching that, and then we had supper, and we got everybody's pajamas, and we got all the medicines in, and now we are gonna pray and go to bed. So that's what we're doing today. Anything else? Is there anything else I had to say?
I have no idea.
I think that was it. We didn't have any big projects we got done today. You were doing something with a drill or something when I first laid down. I don't remember. He was doing something.
Oh yes.
He was. Oh, so we have an exercise. So wait, hold on. Show the sander.
That thing.
So we have that thing for kids to be able to help in the kitchen, like little ones, like Malachi. But we also have given Josiah a new exercise for stretching his Achilles heel, his Achilles tendon, and he has to use that. And it wasn't firm enough for big people, so he was shoring it up. And I think that was all. You want to show him the exercise, Josiah? Show him. You can show him the exercise.
Let him drop. Good job. Let it stretch really good. He's stretching.
Okay, so that's one of his stretches that he does every time before he crawls. So we are gonna go pray. Our nighttime routine is we all, as a family, pray. Malachi going first. I have to remind him of
You're
what
first.
we've done all day. And we've gotten past the point he always used to just say, "Thank you, God, for foods. Amen." We now will pray for more than that. And then
Very hard to do anything serious around here.
it is. So we all take a turn praying, going all the way up the line, and then they all go sit in the boys' room because Abigail's the only girl who goes to bed early. They all go sit in the boys' room. The boys tuck into bed, and me or Naomi read. Naomi or I read. We're reading All of a Kind Family right now. We do a read aloud, so that's the one that we're doing right now. It's about a Jewish family in New York in the early 1900s. This chair is really, really loud. It's comfortable when you're sitting in it. If you're not the one sitting in it, it's really annoying. And then we put the little ones to bed. And
Looking
then
for a quiet recliner.
and then Samuel gets to stay up and read, and the girls stay up with us, and we sometimes will watch a show. Yeah, that's what we're reading right now. We
You
might
like that
watch,
book? Hey,
or we just talk.
you like that book?
Yep.
You do? What's it about?
is about this family who has 5 kids.
5 kids, so a small family. Huh?
Yeah.
Where do they live?
New York.
Ooh, that sounds very interesting.
New York. So they're Jewish and they follow Jewish traditions. So you learn a little bit about like Sabbath and Purim and those types of things.
Did you know it costs $76 to drive across a bridge in New York?
We found out today that the George Washington Bridge, which we got stuck on for 2 hours, cost us $76 to get our trailer across, like our bus and trailer. We won't be doing that again. We don't usually do that route. We usually do a different route. We can't do Connecticut 15. We like Connecticut 15, very, very pretty, but if you have a big bus like ours, you can't do it because of the height limits. And we were driving along the coast because of Josiah's appointment, so it was easiest to go through New York. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up so I can go get these guys to bed because they're starting to run circles. Just when you thought we had a quiet family, this is what it is. So we will see you guys next time on Herding Little Cows to the Glory of God.
On with the chaos!